So, let's get this straight. You're from Atlanta.
I am.
Now, Atlanta, that's where the CDC is?
It is.
Hey, what's up, everybody? WWE Hall of Famer, The Godfather here, and you're watching Grown Man Record Night. So let's everybody get aggressive and get on the Ho train.
I can't, in all good faith, start the show without doing a joke. I was gonna wait. We did the CDC thing, but we got to do like a real joke.
Oh.
Okay. We have breaking news coming up. Some sad breaking news, but another breaking news. Did you hear about that huge cheese factory that burned down in France?
I did not.
It was a big deal. A big old cheese factory burned down in France. The only thing left was debris. What's that? What is there, Steve?
There's a reopen to that, the track we use for the open.
I got something in my eyeball.
That no one's ever heard before. It's pretty killer.
No one's ever heard it?
No one's heard it.
No one. Not even Jesus Christ has heard it? I find that a little hard to believe.
Okay.
Hey! Welcome to our record program here on the internet machine. You guys ever been on the internet? I'm the king of it. Get used to it. Number one about it. We have a very special guest this evening. Nate Bouchard is joining us.
Hello.
Brother, thanks for joining. You came up from a long ways away, which is probably the furthest of anybody's ever traveled, maybe? I don't know. Perhaps. To the show, to the record. Get on the mic, Jay. Very cool. Dude, you've been with us for a long time.
Yeah, years.
Years and years. I had way less white hair on my beard when you started watching us, probably. So this is a very cool episode. We got a lot of stuff going on, man. It's going to be super cool. Yeah, I told the joke. Let's get the housekeeping stuff out of the way. Boom. Socials. That's not the socials. That's a picture of me and Steve playing rock and roll music. You guys like rock and roll? Get up on our socials and stay with us, please. That's what we like to do is keep up with you and get loose as a goose and tighten the turbine. All that jazz. Boom. Here we go. I was prepared. I swear to Christ. I was really prepared on this stuff, man. Discord server. Get up on it. The playlist. Let me do a little command. Command play list. Boom. It's in the chat. Thanks for everybody for hanging out. Oh, we got a lot of people watching us right now, man. Shane, the mods in here, Metal Theologian, AZ Mick, Zep Pearl, Mervin Griff, Kimberly Bouchard, Christoph, Steve Bender.
Everybody saying hey, Nate.
Nympho.
Hey.
Everybody's stoked. We had hey, thanks everybody last week. We had Carl coming in here, man. The response from the Carl episode, man, Mofugs like some Carl, man. They've been all over this episode this past week. We love that, man. But it's been a good week. It's been a good week. It's been a good week for the program. I think so. Unfortunately, as we have to do here on the show from time to time, have to do a little sad breaking news. And I have a little breaking news graphic I could find. Boom! That's what we call a hotkey. Here in the business, Nate, that's called a hotkey for this breaking news. And I hate to do this because this is pretty sad. Man, we lost just a titan.
A big one.
A big titan this week. McCoy Tyner passed away this afternoon, man, or I get when I heard about it. I don't know. Well, either way. And, it's funny. I've talked about this before. There's like, oh, there's a lot more modern pictures. And people post pictures when they pass away. Old ass man, wrinkled up. You know what? When I fucking die, man, show me in my prime, baby.
Yeah.
I want you to see me in my tip-top shape prime doing what I love to do. So I'm not showing these old-ass pictures of McCoy.
So this is when you're on the mound, when you're like 12 years old?
That's it. Staring down, getting that sign from the catcher. I don't want no fastball, motherfucker. I want that one seam curveball, that hook that's going to hang you out to dry, make you look stupid in front of your damn parents. I want that picture.
I want my baby picture in my obituary. That way they think an infant died.
Abortion's wrong, motherfucker! But yeah, man, McCoy. Woo! We're going to miss you, baby. But what a full and rich life. 81, I believe he was. 81, 82. 81. Of course, from the Coltrane Quartet. Went on to do. Man, we didn't play that McCoy. I got up there and I'm pissed off about it now. We did play some stuff. We'll get to it in a little bit. But I did want to. There was this one. Obviously influenced every pianist from like Coltrane Quartet forward.
Yeah.
I mean, really, in jazz. But this quote from Coltrane, pretty for me, says it all. My current pianist, McCoy Tyner, holds down the harmonies, and that allows me to forget them. He's sort of the one who gives me the wings and lets me take off from the ground from time to time.
Wow.
That's it. That's all you need to hear right there.
Yep.
This cat held it down so Coltrane could do his thing. He kept the melody going so Coltrane could go, not just the rhythm. The rhythm was already there. You know, the bass and the drums had the rhythm.
Right.
The piano kept the melody going.
Yeah.
Which takes everything out of the equation. So Coltrane could go be Coltrane on top of all of that.
He wanted him to.
Which is another level of, that's huge. And what a huge quote that was, man. That's pretty cool. So, we hate to see a mug go, especially somebody such as influential as that, but 81 years and doing that much for the music business, we should all be so lucky.
He had a pretty good solo career, too.
He did. And
Pretty amazing solo career.
it took a little time to get started, man.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff didn't really take off. We want to do a shot for McCoy, Steve?
Sure.
I know Nate's not a drinking man.
That's all right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So we're going to make Jay take all these shots. Jay? What? I don't need no money for me to take a shot from McCoy, baby.
He was the quartet's last surviving member.
That's right. He's the last.
Last to go.
The last to go, man. Which is pretty crazy. Probably shouldn't take a shot this early in the show, but it's McCoy Tyner, so you know what it is. You know what it is. Skull. Now, as we get into more important things, So Nate comes up to join us, man. This is pretty. I feel like Johnny Carson here. I said this last week.
I feel like Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, Jay's the Ed McMahon.
Oh.
Jay, give us. No.
I can't do it.
That's what Finn always says. Jay's like Ed McMahon. You hear Jay like off mic going, which is followed by, that's funny.
Maybe say something.
Yes. Jay will do a chuckle laugh and then follow it with, that's funny, which is the best. That's when I know I'm onto something. That's when I know I'm onto something.
All right.
Jay.
But we've had Metal Theologian come on. We've had Zeke
Twice.
the Vinyl Geek. Yeah, twice for Metal Theologian. Zeke the Vinyl Geek. Carl's been on a bunch. He's not a VC guy necessarily. Now you may be our furthest traveler, which is it's cool because these are all like
Jack's been on the show.
who?
Mamiah.
Yeah, Jack Mamias. He's not a VC guy.
No.
Carl isn't really either. But here in the last couple of weeks, had some people on the show. I feel a little bit like Johnny Carson, like
Yeah.
talk show host, big time, numero uno over here. But I'm enjoying it. It's been a good time. The people want to come up and hang out with you, and you're. We'll get into it. Let's get into it right now.
All right.
Let's get into it right
Let's
now.
do it.
So you come to us from Atlanta-ish.
Ish. Yeah.
Georgia.
About an hour south of Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia, but by way of
Maine.
by way of Maine,
Northern Maine, right on the Canadian border. Like you could see Canada
literally
outside
Wow,
of my picture window at my house.
wow.
Yeah.
I can see Randolph County from here.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Archdale from Guilford County. But
Right.
that's about it. So tell me about growing up in Maine. How long did you stay in Maine? When did you
I
move
was
out of there?
there until 2003.
Okay.
I was in Northern Maine until about 2001, and then moved down to Portland in the southernmost part of.
I've
Maine
heard that's very
after-
nice.
After
Portland.
college, yeah, it's a very nice town.
Yeah, I've heard that's a sweet place.
It's like a big small town, really. So it's Maine's biggest city, but it does have that small town feel. And I worked there for a couple of years and met my wife online.
Oh, yeah?
And well, she wasn't my wife then; she is now. But
Did you ever run to Stephen King?
no, I never did actually. He kind of kept to himself. Actually, he'd go to high school.
He was in a band, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Stephen King was in a band? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
with a bunch of other authors. I want to say Dave Barry was in the same band.
That's weird.
But he would go to high school basketball tournaments. Which,
Really?
yeah, he'd just sit there with
That's
the book
creepy
reading.
as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
he'd
Come
just sit
on,
there
man.
reading a book, and I mean, he would do the same at Boston Red Sox games. He would just sit there with reading a book. He'd occasionally watch the game.
So like growing up in Maine, how did music kind of fold into this whole thing? Like
Well-
growing up like as a young man.
Well, there wasn't really much to do up there, so you had to find hobbies. And I was I don't know when I was given these records, but when I was probably 2 or 3. But an aunt or an uncle of mine gave me a bunch of albums, and it was mostly classic rock fare, And I started listening to that, and that's kind of what formed my musical tastes. And I also had like a little, about 30 or 40 7-inches, mostly 70s pop, and that's pretty much how I started listening to music and how I got into it.
Take the music down.
Yeah, we can take music down. Nobody likes music. Get it out of here.
Oh, it's kind of hypnotic. What you're talking about.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. So,
So like when you get into like kind of the high school years and shit like that, as you started getting like a teenager guy,
Yeah.
teenage Nate, what was your music was you into?
well, I mean, it goes before that. I say like elementary school, 6th grade, 7th grade, is I was into oldies.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
I didn't really
Me
get,
too.
I didn't really get into a lot of the pop
I was
of the
exactly
time
like that,
or
man.
the top 40.
I used to call up the oldie station and make requests, and I've got cassettes of me making requests.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from like middle and high school. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, and we had one small, like 10-watt college radio station in town, and it had a signal that was about 2-mile radius, and sometimes you could get it at our house, and sometimes you couldn't, depending on the weather. And in high school, I actually had a radio show.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
I had connections. I knew a guy.
Okay.
And yeah, there was no format. No, you could just get on, and I could just get on, and I'd go in on Sunday at noon, and I'd be there for like 6 hours, and just playing music, whatever I wanted. So I'd play like, Chuck Berry, followed by Peter Gabriel.
Man, that's
followed by,
badass.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That is record night, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, really.
Yeah. Prehistoric.
Yeah.
It was pre-internet.
Yeah, I always said if record night would have existed in the '80s, we would have been a pirate radio station.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which to me would have been even cooler than this. But whatever.
I would love to have had my pirate radio station.
Oh yeah.
But that didn't.
As a licensed amateur radio operator, I cannot condone pirate radio stations.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
KK4COM. That's Kilo Kilo 4 Charlie Oscar Mike.
All right. Oscar Mayer?
Mike.
Oh, Mike.
But what's up, Chasing the Classics? He likes that Dead Kennedy shirt.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
Right.
Dude, I'd have been a big punk rock kick here lately.
Yeah. I started listening to them in high school, actually. One of my friends, we were in 7th grade music appreciation class, and she brought in a tape, and she wasn't allowed to say the name of the band, but she played the song in front of the class, and the band was called The Crucifix. And I was like, my mind was blown because I had never heard anything like that.
Yeah.
This is underground stuff, and I was like, can you make me a tape with some of these songs and whatnot? And she did, and some of the Dead Kennedys were on it, and that was the first I heard of that, and I was like, yeah, I'm all in on punk.
Was that kind of a turning point? You go from like the oldies and like shit like that to like looking for more like indie, like...
Yeah, and I also got into classic rock. I started listening to Led Zeppelin, and Led Zeppelin was a big like early high school thing for me.
Sure.
I remember the year I took driver's ed, I was listening to them like every day. Led Zeppelin every day.
What's up, DJ Trish?
And more classic rock stuff. Even though we didn't have a classic rock station
Really?
in our area. No, we had
Wow.
a top 40 station, a country station,
We have two, baby.
and an oldies station. And that was it. And then we had Canadian French stations, and they played stuff I didn't listen to. And then we had that college station where anybody would go in and play whatever they wanted. There was no demands on format or anything. It was great.
So like an appreciation of like oldies and classic rock kind of turns into punk rock at some point.
Yeah.
How does that kind of fold into like starting to collect records? Did it go that far back?
It was primarily if somebody had a tape of something, I would basically just, hey, can I borrow that for a night? And I'd just dub it. It didn't matter what it was. I would
Dub
just
it
collect
tape,
Yeah,
cassette. Yeah, that's how
and
I
I would
did.
collect anything. I'd be like Eric Clapton, you get this, I remember when Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel came out, the one My Prerogative, the really big one. And I don't know, Bon Jovi, that was like 6th grade. And then high school, I kept doing the same thing. And then I had a job. I started working in the kitchen in the high school where I was at, washing dishes, for $3.50 an hour, which is below minimum wage. But at the end of the month, we'd get a check, and all of that would go to CDs. Every cent.
Yeah.
For like
I was a
4
CD
years.
collector and a cassette collector way before I was a vinyl. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Your age. I'm 43.
43. Me
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Right on.
And I was definitely into this. I mean, I had some records, and if I saw somebody had records at a garage sale or something, I'd buy a couple here and there. But it was primarily cassettes and CDs.
Yep, that's how I was. That's exactly how I was.
We didn't have a record store in town, and mostly the stuff I'd have to, get through at Kmart or we had Ames
Yeah.
or Zaire or whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
yeah. It was Zare's first.
Yeah. And I do remember.
Dude, Zare's had a huge sale at one point when I was a young man, where they had all their Atari 2600 games for 99 cents.
Oh, wow.
And I bought so many.
I bet. Yeah.
Anyway, that's an aside.
Yeah. I remember Atari 2600. Yeah.
I got a bunch of them.
I bet.
Whole
Yeah, right in the Atari alcove.
So, how did all this turn into record collecting?
Well, it didn't until, I mean, for a while it was just CDs, and then the MP3 revolution
Yeah.
or whatever came by around.
I got a buddy that
about
collects
99, 2000.
Yeah.
And then after that, I bought CDs here and there.
Yep.
And then it was mostly downloading illegally. Don't do it at home.
Napster.
Napster.
LimeWire.
And then, and after that, BitTorrents. And I actually didn't get back into record collecting until I saw videos from the BC in
Really?
2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in a car accident, and I broke my hip, just like the old man I am.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's an old man statement, but
And
All right.
I had a month off from work, and I had nothing to do, so I was watching YouTube videos. I saw this guy, Derek Higgins,
yeah.
and
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Keep going. I got a graphic.
Yeah, I saw saw Derek's videos, and I saw Chris from Dixieland Farm, and
Yeah.
Rob from Boston.
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah, all these guys.
All these guys. Rob from Boston, who I met. He's
You met Rob?
cool as shit.
He's the best
Coolest guy ever.
ever.
Yes.
Ever.
And probably the father of the VC.
Yeah.
And
Is he the one who also collected like dishes and shit that leaked?
No. That's Dr. Deadwax.
Okay.
yeah. And I saw Dr. Deadwax's videos, and then I got to the Facebook video, the page of YouTube Vinyl Community. And I was like, well, this is
How about that?
that's fantastic.
How about that for a Derek?
That's terrific. That's about right.
So Metal Theologian asks, is Rob like 7 feet tall or something?
No, he's not. He's
No, I
actually
would-
shorter than I am.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's probably about
He-
5'9".
he's amazing and the most... Dude, he's on everybody's videos. He always comments.
Always comments.
He's the coolest guy ever.
Yes. He's always the first person to comment too.
Yes.
And he's super kind.
Super kind, super...
Yes. Encouraging. you
What
know,
we like to say, he's got the premium gas.
yeah.
He gives you the premium gas for your
That
shit.
high dollar shit right
Yeah,
there.
like you're the best. You're
Yep.
doing the right thing. Keep doing you.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
He is always
Yeah.
from we were like nothing.
Even now. I mean, he'll come
Even
out-
now.
I mean, he's busy with his job and stuff.
Premium
he doesn't,
gas.
Post a lot of videos, but he's still out there.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
he's the best, man. But all those guys, those are the guys I came up with. Dr.
Right.
Deadwax,
Yes, Dr.
Chris,
Deadwax.
Super Wes,
Super West.
all those guys.
Another guy who's awesome.
Sean Hanshaw, Sean0612.
Yep.
That's how I got into it. But it's funny. I like to hear how other people kind of got in because I was kind of like that too because I'm of the same age.
Right.
And it was I was a CD tape collector. I had albums from when I was a kid.
Yep.
But then it was much later that I got into collecting records.
Right.
It was like 2011 kind of thing. And that's kind of when we started the show.
Yeah.
We started this show literally right when I started collecting records. At the same time. So the collection went from like this
Yeah.
to like all of this. Literally on the show, you could watch it grow from that if you went all the way back to episode 1.
Yeah. Same with my videos.
It was nothing.
Yeah. Same
Yeah.
with my first couple videos.
And that's
see, like,
I think that's kind of cool. So now you're in Atlanta nowadays
right.
now.
Yes.
Tell me about what's the scene like in Atlanta in terms of collecting records?
Expensive.
Really expensive,
Really expensive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard this.
There are a couple of spots you can hit. You know, there's half price books, which is pretty good, and
What's up,
I've
Bill?
found some really great stuff there for cheap. What I did starting out was go on Craigslist, because around 2013, 2014, people were unloading their records. They were still doing it.
Yeah.
And they didn't know that there was a whole vinyl resurgence, so they
Yeah.
didn't want top
It's
dollar.
a little before that.
Yeah, now they're
Yeah.
listing. I got 500 Lawrence Welk records. Give
Yeah.
me $750 for it now.
That was right when,
It's
like, me
fucking
and
crazy.
Steve got into it, like, right before
Right.
that happened. So we
Right.
were able to catch a little bit of that nonsense
Yeah,
before people were like, look, Elvis record, $500.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. And I'd go on Craigslist, like, a couple times a week, and I'd find somebody, okay, $100, 100 records, 150 records, and they'd have the pictures, and it'd be old Stones records, Beatles.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's awesome.
once in a while, I'd get a hell of a deal for, like, 300 records for $7,500, and I'd be like, back then I had the money to do that, and
Sure.
I still do, but and then I'd find shit in there that was just beyond. I mean, it was just fantastic, like psych records that I'd never heard of before.
Yeah.
And I'd listen to it and be like, holy shit, why wasn't this the stuff that they played on classic rock radio? This is so much better.
Yeah.
There was a band called Trapeze, and they had an album called Medusa, and I heard it, and I was like, I've never heard of this band, I've never heard of this album.
It was Glenn Hughes.
Yeah, and they were fantastic. And then I started collecting their records, and I have 3 or 4 of theirs. And
Jay was right on top of it.
you didn't even have to Google that.
Not even.
You gotta
Glenn Hughes, Jay was really.
get on the mic, Jay.
You got to get on the mic, Jay.
We know about trapeze.
Glenn Hughes was in Trapeze. It was in Deep Purple.
Okay.
We got a bunch of sumbitches in here. I thanks everybody for just jumping in here live.
Full
We got,
house.
we got a big community in here. I love it. I'm feeling the love.
There you go.
I'm not going to flip the desk over,
Was David Coverdale?
but I'm feeling it.
I don't think so.
So tell me,
Yeah.
grapefruit.
But no, I'd keep finding stuff, and there was a consignment shop in my in the town I live in. They had $3 records.
Yep.
And I'd find stuff. I'd find like metal gold stamp promos
Yeah.
and shit like
That's
that.
fucking crazy, man. That's great.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So, how big's your collection now? Do you weed it out? Do you keep it
I
to a certain
try
level?
to. I'm in the process of going through it and weeding out shit that
You
stuff.
just haven't listened to.
Yeah, that I would never listen to. It was like old Olivia Newton-John and
Baloney
I found,
stack.
Yeah,
You try
baloney, like
Try to get rid of
bottom
the
shelf baloney stack.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like there's some crap in there that just.
Please,
I just need to.
I'm not going to flip the desk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I just gotta make some space because that's the problem. And I was a lot less picky than I am now.
Oh,
'cause
I used to be like, oh, this is a funny looking cover. It's got some stupid asshole
Yeah.
in the front. I'll
Yeah.
buy this cover. I can't do that anymore because
No.
I'm like, I don't have space for that.
Right.
So is there a genre that you focus on more than anything nowadays, or over the course of the years? What's your
Well,
specialty?
I've gotten. It's not a specialty, but I've gotten more of an appreciation for jazz
Okay.
because of the vinyl community.
Yeah.
There are people out there who just collect jazz records, and I learned about Coltrane through Metal Theologian
Yeah.
and Derek and Miles Davis and the big names.
Yeah.
McCoy Tyner, and a lot of the CTI stuff
Yeah.
I could get for real cheap. Freddie
Sure.
Hubbard, old George Benson.
Oh yeah.
Don
Crom, what's going on, baby?
Was Don Crom on CTI?
No, he's on the chat right now.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Don.
What if I told you this? Like last night, went and saw the kids. Kid's a senior,
Yeah.
and doing a senior school play, right? At Penn Griffin High School.
Yeah.
This high school, this is where John Coltrane went to high school.
Holy wow, that's wild.
The
That's wild.
same place.
That's crazy.
this same place. This is where he went to high school.
Man.
Right up here in High Point, which is where we are, at our little bitty museum. There's a piano where Coltrane wrote some of his compositions on.
Wow.
It's got some of his actual compositions.
Yeah.
His house is up here.
That's amazing.
There's a big statue like downtown,
Wow.
which is like 5 minutes from here.
Miles Davis' trumpet from...
Jay,
On the mic.
No, Miles Davis' trumpet that he recorded kind of blue with is at a UNCG.
is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. But
Yeah, it really is.
it really is like, I mean, this is the home of Coltrane. This is really the home of Coltrane. Like,
That's
I know New York would claim some Coltrane
Yeah.
heritage and da. But this is like this is really the home, like high school years when Coltrane started writing compositions.
Yep.
Right here, baby. And
Wow.
there's
That's
there,
amazing.
yeah, it really is. And I forget that when I'm sitting in this auditorium, I'm watching these kids plays, and it's just like, you know, uncomfortable seats and
Yeah.
fucking old ass buildings, and I'm like, yeah, asshole. John Coltrane went to high school right here.
And then you
Are you? People
and then
in
the hair
VC
on the back of your neck stands up, and
people
you
in
get
the
shivers.
VC
up.
would lose their. People from like
Yeah.
Arkansas would lose their shit
Yeah.
over this kind of information.
That is crazy.
But it's very humbling experience to kind of realize that that's what's going on, and really going on right
That
here.
is wild.
So, how many records do you think you got?
In low 3,000s. Low 3,000s.
Okay.
And a lot of that is, I'd say 80% of that is good stuff that's, you know, I'll keep.
Yeah.
And then I'll go through it and weed out the
Here comes the big
the
question.
baloney stack, yeah.
I come in with a fucking machine gun.
Yeah.
You can keep one record out of your collection.
Television, Marquee Moon.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like jazz for punks.
Like an
It's-
original pressing? It's worth a lot of money, or just in general?
No, just the music.
Just the music.
It's not. I got it's a Rhino reissue from 5 years ago. I got it off of Amazon, but it's just my favorite album of all time.
Let me just say, I think this conversation goes, here's the record I've got. I found this 45 in a Goodwill,
Yeah.
and it's worth fucking $750.
Nah.
I think that's where this conversation goes. You immediately, without me fucking stopping, go to your favorite music.
Yeah. I don't view it as a.
That's pretty cool. I
don't-
like that.
I don't
like
view
that.
it as an investment, and I don't see it as something that's going to be my retirement in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Because who the hell knows what? I mean, nobody's going to listen to. I mean, nobody knows who's going to be listening to records. And
Yeah,
they say,
that's good.
oh, people like audiophiles like Michael Fremer say, oh, the vinyl resurgence, it's here forever. You know, it's not going to go away. That's bullshit. I mean, we don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
the pet rock's here to stay too.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I mean,
But that's great though. Then, I mean, but like maybe aside from musical wise, what's the one like collectory record you got that you like won't get rid of?
Oh,
You would
God.
never part ways with.
As
What are
far
these
as the-
prepositions I'm dealing with here? Somebody help me with these prepositions.
As far as value goes,
Not just
Or-
value,
or-
kind of a mix of value and rarity and like just
I don't know
collectory.
that the 7-inch of 13th floor elevators. You're gonna miss me. I just recently
Yeah,
I picked
okay.
that up within the past 2 months, and it was an original 45 and really good shape. And it's like, yep, I'll hold on to that.
Again, the fact that you have that,
Yeah.
but the first thing out of your mouth from the other question, the original question
Yeah.
was your favorite record, your favorite music,
Yeah.
not that dope ass expensive record.
Right.
That's pretty crazy.
I mean, I've got an extensive Hendrix collection, and then there's some stuff in there that I'd like to keep, but you know, that's it's not at the top. It's near the top, but it's not.
So how did you end up getting involved with the VC?
Oh, just
random?
just randomly. I don't know why. I
Not
don't know
dicking
how.
on VC on the
no,
YouTube?
no idea. I can't remember how I saw the videos at first, but I saw videos, and then I went to the Facebook page, and then I bought a record player, or I bought a turntable. I had maybe 4 or 5 albums at the time, and they were all signed, or almost all of them were signed. Because I go to a concert, buy an album. It was at a small venue, one of those low-dose shows that are $20 or whatever, and it's a good punk band, and get them signed. You know, just I'd have 4 or 5, and then I went out and bought a turntable at Fantasyland Records, which is in Atlanta, and I bought 3 or 4 albums. I think an Iggy Pop record, a Midnight Oil album, and a Robbie Robertson album.
Nice.
Which was good. It's nothing great, but it was good. I mean, they were cheap. They were they were under $10, and I was like, okay, that's cool.
So she kind of mentioned this earlier. Like, who were the guys like when you first got into the VC that kind of turned you onto the whole thing?
Rob from Boston, Derek, Bobby Z.
Bobby Z?
Robert Z.
Yeah, Robert Z.
Chris from Dixieland Farms. Those are the first 4 that really I remember.
And those are OGs.
Oh yeah, those are the guys that
totally.
Yeah.
So do you still participate in, like, you're in the VC
I
and like
watch
videos and stuff?
I watch videos all the time, and I still buy records occasionally. Not like I used to. Not like I was hoarding them, but like now I'll go to a store, I'll buy 2 or 3 instead of like spend $150 on.
So the $1 million question is, what do you think of the VC in 2020?
In 2020, I think it's spectacular. I think I think it's great. I think
No
there's
shit
so
talking?
many. No.
Oh,
Well,
I was waiting for some shit talking.
no. I mean, there's a lot of shit out there. I mean, it's like in any community, but I mean, all you got to do is unsubscribe and go to
Sure. I mean, do your thing.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care.
And there's
Pull
some,
your pecker out and talk about Journey records. I don't care. I don't have to watch it.
If I can sit down and watch a 10-minute video, and somebody will show, talk about a record or 2 that I have no idea about, and I can learn something about.
Sure.
That to me, that's time well spent.
I found it interesting that there's like the core guys that I've subscribed to, and I watch their videos, and honestly, I can't keep up with that. It's too many for me to actually like keep up with that. But there's like also like another like 100,000 videos of people I've never heard of that are doing the same thing under the moniker of VC that I've just never heard of. I'm not interacted with and don't even have a connection with, and it's weird.
I don't comment as much as I used to, and it's been, like I said, we were talking before the show, it's been like 3 years since I made a video. Yeah. And I don't know, tonight might change me. I might go back and
let's get into it.
I might go back to making videos. I might do it.
Top 5 shit channels, go.
Top 5. Well, let's see. There's Metal Field Low. No.
No, but it's funny because I found
he was the one who asked the question.
No.
Those of you who are watching, I'm just kidding, by the way.
There's the really pretty chick with the blonde hair that it's got the.
I've learned a lot.
That's
Omaha Introvert.
No. I know Hannah. She's very nice chick. I love Hannah.
I learned a lot of power pop from her.
Yeah, and shoegaze. She really knows her shoegaze.
Shoegaze,
she really does. But no, like she's kind of an OG. Like I know her from way back in the day. This is like a newer girl. It's like an older lady. I don't want to say older because that sounds.
Melinda Murphy.
Yeah, very popular.
Yes.
Very popular.
She was featured in a newspaper or something like that.
Bunch of subscribers. Bunch of. But like the people that comment on her stuff.
Yeah.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah,
I've never interacted with them. They're all VC people. But it's very weird that it's like a whole sect of VC that we're not familiar with.
Exactly.
That's very weird.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's just morphed into something that's.
Yeah, Melinda Murphy. Thank you, Bill. Bill was on there. Harmless Rebel. What's going on, Harmless? He says the Metal Lotion guy's overrated. Yeah, he is, and overpriced.
Oh, Harmless Rebel. He's another one that I
shouldn't have to
used
pay
watch
that much money to see Metal Lotion's nipple, for Christ's sake. Yes, come on, Nate, make a vid.
Gonna have
There
to.
you go, man.
There you go.
Weird voice.
Is it really? How bad?
It's just
I can bump the music up. All right. Let's
Yes, Bill's Box of Sound. Metal Theologian does indeed
Yeah.
rock. Yes.
yeah. Should I skip all the other stuff?
What?
I don't want.
Oh, there's another bit of news. The Allman Brothers have a 50th anniversary box that's coming out.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
50th anniversary box. Oh no.
Delicious.
The almond. The almond. The Pecan Brothers.
Delicious.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's a 50th anniversary box,
Okay.
and I took a look at it. It looks great, and it's well curated. I'm sure it'll sound great.
Yeah.
It's in a wooden box and all this whatnot.
Speaking of sound,
And
great.
but I took a look at the price.
Oh yeah, that's the kicker.
$500. No
What?
sound. Yeah, outrageous.
See, that's
outrageous.
what. Okay, look. Here's the other thing. Metallica. They have got this. They've launched their own vinyl club this week. I got this from Zeke the Vinyl Geek. Open to the bands in the 5th member fan club. So you got to subscribe to the fan club, which is free, and then the it's like $49, $50 a month or whatever.
Ah.
These no, not a month. I'm sorry, a year.
Oh.
The records will feature rare cuts, demos, rough mixes, and live rarities. Also included will be a bonus 7-inch, a digital download card, and a membership card. A couple of the vinyl releases will contain additional collectibles like stickers and picks as well. It seems to be done by like legit like stuff that would. I immediately wanted to jump on this and talk shit.
Yeah.
I'm alright for $50 a year.
Yeah, that's a pretty good price actually.
Yeah, if you're a super like Metallica collector,
Yeah, which I'm not, but
I'm not, but that's,
if I were, yeah.
if I were, that seems kind of cool. That picture of Metallica making my 11-year-old self cry. Dude, you're not telling me anything, baby.
Kirk Hammett's completely white, white hair. It's like
al-
Santa Claus
and
with
also,
no beard.
and also a woman.
This is a good-looking old cougar there.
Well, you
Kirk.
know, I'm gonna rip through this. Boom, this is funny. Look, this is
Oh, Flavor Flav.
little Flavor Flav action. Flavor Flav has been kicked out of Public Enemy this week
Because
allegedly because he refused to endorse Bernie Sanders.
right.
Really?
Because the rest of the group kind of got into it, and he said no. People were like, no, it's not about that. It's not about this. It's not
Yeah,
about
Chuck,
that.
Chuck D's a big progressive, real
Yeah,
progressive
and
guy.
really into Bernie Sanders.
Vocally, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, Chuck D actually had a.
Flavor Flav on the front show?
Oh, the
Was he The Apprentice?
the Apprentice, maybe.
Wow,
yeah, maybe.
that might be.
Seems like everybody was on The Apprentice. Seems to
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But Chuck D owns the copyright
right.
for the group or whatever. But he sent out a cease and desist, and the best part is not only the cease and desist, but the end of the letter from the lawyer includes this. Boom. Hey Bernie, don't do this. Flavor Flav, public. This is literally the end of the cease and desist order. It's got lawyerese from like top to bottom and the very bottom. It's this. That is hilarious.
His name is Flavor Flav,
That
and
is-
he does not approve of
I
your
like that
name.
he signs his name with fun.
Yeah, that's the only reason I bring this into the conversation, because that's just
I'm surprised he doesn't have it as 420.
that's
It's 6 o'clock,
all right. I'll skip
3
this
o'clock
one.
on the West Coast.
Boom! I'm always trying. This year, I try to before we do the like stuff that came out this week or whatever. I'm trying to not just be like, hey, Journey's got a best and greatest hits reissue coming out for the new. I'm trying to bring out some new stuff that maybe some other people don't know about.
Right.
Trying to help some people.
Most big news this week, Jennifer, too.
Jay, Take a lap. I'll see you back on the other side. Boom. Moscow radio. When I first started getting into the kind of retro 70s psychedelic stoner doom vibe, early like 2007, when I'm like, whoa, there's all these bands. They use all these like heavy fuzzy pedals and stuff. Moscow Radio is really one of the first bands I listened to, and one of the seminal albums that they released called I can't remember what it's called. Oh, okay. Limited pressing of 250 copies of multicolored vinyl. A fuzzy, psychedelic, time-shifting, jam-inducing freak out. Check this out. I'm telling you, this is Brain Cycles. It came out. Even if you don't go, I mean, I think these releases are going to be pretty limited.
Yeah, if it's limited to 250, then
yeah, maybe you can't get that.
Yeah.
But go stream this and keep this band on your radar.
I will check
And that's
that
kind of what I'm kind of leaning toward in this. Seriously, this is a band. Kind of reminds me of Earthless.
Okay.
Or Dead Meadow. Is it Dead Meadow?
Not really into the stoner doom scene.
Like much sounds like Hendrix.
Okay.
But
well, you hooked me in there right there.
But thicker.
Not Dead Weather.
Not Dead Weather. Dead Meadow. Thicker, stonier, psychedelic. So it's not Caius. It's much more wah pedal.
Okay.
And like
funkier.
And like much more lead driven than like a Caius.
Okay.
But kind of still got that vibe and steez about them. You know, kind of maybe the vibe of the band is much more like Caius, but the sound of the music is not necessarily Caius.
Right.
Much more psychedelic and
Radio
kind of jammy.
Moscow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, killer band to check out. And I wanted to bring this up because I know Steve is a big fan. They Might Be Giants, Steve. Steve's asleep here.
No, I'm over here.
Flood.
Yeah, oh
you know,
yeah.
You know Flood?
Oh hell yeah.
Got a reissue this week.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the best album.
The best?
By far, yeah.
Get on the mic. Flood is the third studio album by Brooklyn-based alternative rock duo They Might Be Giants. Released in 1990. It was the duo's first album on the major label Elektra. They were on Elektra? I didn't realize that. Generated 3 singles: Birdhouse and Your Soul,
Classic.
Istanbul, and the domestic promotional track Twisting. The album is considered to be the band's definitive release. It's the best-selling and most recognizable album. Are you a big They Might Be Giants?
I do like the radio tracks that they have. Didn't you find a
whole bunch.
A whole shitload of They Might Be Giants at a Goodwill one time?
This many, like a whole bunch.
I saw it. I was like,
A
wow.
full album and a whole bunch of EPs like this.
Like
many.
how on earth do you find that?
Steve wants them bad.
Mostly 12 ATPs.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them.
It's not one.
No, the full length is from
Familiar with
2011.
the album?
It's the one with the like tractor or something on the front. It's a good one.
Still a
but
good find.
But yeah,
We'll work out the country.
we'll work it out. All right, I tell you what. Boom, hotkey. Boom. You just witnessed the hotkey, Nate. Woo, live and in person. Let's get into a little bit of what we played tonight.
All right.
Today, I don't have to piss again. I'm just saying, I don't have to piss. I don't have to piss again. I gotta piss again. But it don't matter. No, nobody matters. Nothing else matters.
He's got a piss jug under the desk here. So
I got one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Saw that thing I was showing you. The T-Net. It's like a
Yeah.
big condom.
I tell you what.
External bladder?
Yeah.
Pee in it. It's like this big, long
Like
thing.
a colostomy bag?
That's what it looks like, yeah.
There was a band, and I worked with a guy in when I was living in Portland. He was in a band called Colostomy. It was
You know,
a pretty heavy metal band. They didn't play.
I wanted
It wasn't
to.
a Journey cover band.
I had an idea for a band name. Clostometric Dithyram. You ever heard the term dithyramb?
I have never heard that term.
Let's look it up.
You have to
Let's look it
explain the band.
Okay. Let's look up.
Lost Metric Dithyramb?
No. Dithyramb. Boom. Okay, here we go. A wild choral hymn, especially one dedicated to Dionysus, a
The god of
passionate
excess.
or inflated speech, poem, or other writing. So it's like something that's like really means something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right? So clostometric dithyramb. So a meaningful or heartfelt poem or whatever that is shit from your body into a bag. I figured that'd be a cool name for a band, right? It was the 90s. You guys give me a break. Come on. What are we doing here?
Sounds pretty angsty.
Yeah. Oh, I got angst, baby. Whoa. This was a dig of the week from a couple of weeks ago. I picked this from the antique mall. A little noisy at the beginning, but kind of worked itself out as a lot of records do. Ahmad Jamal, Happy Moods.
I think I have that.
It's on Argo, I believe. Yeah. On Argo. Pretty good Ahmad Jamal, I have to say. Obviously, a lot of Ahmad Jamal was a little bit down tempo kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not necessarily record night stuff. Kind of like Keith Jarrett or
Sunday
whatever.
morning stuff.
Yeah, but
But he was who showed up in some of that Dilla stuff.
oh yeah, we were watching Jay Dilla Crate Digger stuff.
Crate Diggers, J.
You
Dilla.
can't hate on Ahmad Jamal, dude.
No,
the
no.
shit is fucking. I mean, come on.
Great piano player.
Look, man, I've had this record for so long, and for some reason I just kind of blind stabbed up into the stack tonight. Little Canned Heat. Man, I've not played this in a long time. Future Blues by Canned Heat. Really solid tracks, baby. Can't get wrong with this now. Cannot go wrong with this. Harmless Rebel says the best band name was an LA punk band called Hemorrhoid Toilet. That's great. That's a great band. Is that a vertical gatefold, Steve?
Yes, sir.
Did you just vertical gatefold me on live television?
Without dropping the vinyl.
Come on now! Jay pulled this out. Jay, get on the microphone. I'm not going to tell you again. These pictures are different. I don't like this.
Yeah, she was
And this-
photoshopped in there.
Look, this is a Photoshop job. He looks in this photo. He looks. He looks like a Native American in this. I
Yeah,
don't care.
I
don't care.
went to my local record shop last week.
Is that inappropriate? You don't do that anymore, do you?
I went to
Can't
my
do that?
local record shop last week and I actually dig through the country records.
Whoa!
and
Look at
found
that. What's up? Come on,
I don't
five
think
head.
Merle
Look at
was
that.
was,
Look at that
Merle-
five head
that's
right
a-
there.
Merle
Holy
Haggard
shit,
and
Merle.
Bonnie Owens.
Jesus Christ, five head.
And they eventually got married, I found out.
Oh yeah.
But she was.
She
How
was
much-
Buck Owens' ex-wife, and then Merle Haggard married her.
Oh, that little bit of Bakersfield
How much?
wife swap.
But that was a banger of a record, though.
Yeah, it was pretty good. How much butt doing went on? I'm sorry.
Straightening out the oil field.
I'm not gonna make a butt doing comment on that. We can make a large. Could you get a record? Okay, Okay, all right. Whoa.
What?
This it's so thick. I don't
Thick.
like this.
It's real thick.
I don't like this. Already don't. Feel that. Oh, get over yourself.
It's 360 grand. So
That's
it's gotta be-
yeah.
Get over yourself.
So, you know,
Come
Coda-
on, Steve.
Whoa, it's like 5 pounds.
Coda
You
was like a
dropped it.
posthumous Bonham album,
Look
and-
at your,
but,
look at your monitor now.
but the deluxe.
Hey, Jay?
The deluxe has a lot of additional material that you don't find on the original release.
Speak up.
A lot of the stuff that's on B-side,
Thank you.
and I really enjoy these deluxe reissues that came out.
A lot of cool stuff that's extra. I will
A lot of
say.
extras.
Yeah.
And some of the extras are out there, but
It's nice to have them in one place. This was actually one of the better reissues, just because of all the extras that you just don't find. They're not just like, here's a retake of this album or this
Oh,
song,
yeah.
and here's another studio cut of this. It's
Is that the one with Bonzo's Montreux?
Yeah.
That's pretty killer, actually.
Yeah. Killer drum solo.
Oh yeah.
So Steve, you also busted this out. You hadn't played this in a long time, but some of our early, not early, but people that have just recently joined us on Record Night. This was a huge Record Night staple for a long time, man. I mean, we really vibed on this record and talked a shit ton about this record and the history of this record. Really early on in the Record Night program, Skull Snap, 73, 74.
Yeah, it's one of those bands that just got screwed by everybody.
One and done.
One album, and then it just didn't carry, and some diggers dug it up and found some beats on it, especially on It's a New Day, which has the drum track that's been
sampled by
so
everybody in hip-hop.
But it's a cool record.
So the original goes for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, this one is like a 2008 reissue. But cool record.
Yeah,
and it's got one of Bossman's favorite on side 2, which is I'm Your Pimp.
I'm Your Pimp.
Yeah.
I'm Your Pimp.
I would love to play it, but I wish it was on side 1. Because side 1's better than side 2.
I wear my hat to the side and I walk a lane. Bum, 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 bum.
I don't know
Yeah. You pulled this one out, Steve.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
There's a table open. I'm going to slap something on it. This is Camper Van Beethoven's, it's called 2 and 3, which I guess you'd call their second and third album, but I think it's actually their second album. I could be wrong. What year was this?
You should already know this. Come on, let's go. Let's go. You're better than this, Steve.
Telephone Free Landslide Victory is on my want list. Big time.
Oh, I have it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Steve's got a
It's
plug.
like
Fairly
It's
recently
such
in Athens.
I had a CD.
Athens is a good place to go to look for Camper Van Beethoven.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm gonna keep this one out.
Keep
That's
that
gonna
one.
go with your shit for later.
Okay.
In
I'm gonna
fact,
pull that out.
David Lowery's wife books all the bands at the 40Y.
Oh, wow, okay.
Um, Steve, you pulled this out in dedication of McCoy Tyner.
McCoy Tyner, I brought my Lost album that came out a couple years ago.
2018.
Yeah. John Coltrane, Both Directions at Once, which was the quartet. From that era.
Yeah.
The
And actually,
quartet.
pull that guy out and just show it, even though we're not gonna
Yeah,
play
we didn't
it.
play it, but we were hoping to play a couple albums with Mr. Tyner on it.
Yeah.
But we played that, and
Maybe we'll
Where's the other one?
up top,
This
pork
one?
chop. Yeah, you go.
here's McCoy Tyner live at Newport, which we did not listen to, but we
After
may
the
throw it
show.
on
Yeah, we
later.
will.
On
We'll do-
Impulse.
Yeah. On impulse. That's a cool dude.
Because your dad said
label
so.
That label's just.
That's a Goodwill find for me.
Oh, wow.
That was like 50 cents.
Yeah.
Wow.
fuck you.
Yeah, 50 cents. I was with Margaret Johnson when I bought that. Came back with a
Nice.
whole.
There's a nice.
You know what's great is you know what's great is shit, I forgot.
Yeah, right.
It's from that same hall that got all these jazz records for just like nothing. They're all 50 cents. They're all Blue Note. There was Donald Byrd. There was McCoy Tyner. And it became obvious it was a Goodwill.
Yeah.
Obvious that it was a jazz collector that died,
Yeah.
passed away. No, College Village, which is now gone. And then I came out and like once I got over the like, oh my God, the kind of like emotion of like, I just got like a legit jazz collector's legit collection,
Yeah.
and I rescued it
Yeah.
from the dumpster. Really. It was pretty awesome. It was an awesome feeling to
Yeah.
know that like this guy died, and he obviously cared about his records. It was not just some schmuck that had records.
Right.
I rescued him,
Yeah.
and they're going to go to another collector. You may have hated me otherwise, but I'm a record collector, and I've got your stuff. And I'm sure as a record collector, I would rather another record collector get my shit when I die than a family member that
Right.
doesn't give a fuck,
Yeah.
or some schmuck that wants to turn a buck, or whatever,
A flipper.
a flipper or whatever. It just, I just feel like it was like one of those like moments, like you know, I just felt it that moment that I was vibing on this guy's 100% collection, which was it's kind of rare. Jay, the hell is this nonsense now?
It was just 80s metal.
80s metal. That you picked this up recently?
No. Years
Jay,
and years and years.
what year is this?
Like
82, 83. I got that
Your Saxon is 83. This is the year before that.
the year before the sax.
81.
81,
Gentleman Leather by
okay.
Saxon.
Gentleman,
British
OG
metal.
Gentleman Leather. There we go.
80s British metal.
Decided to turn it out a little bit.
That sounded like AC/DC.
You think so? ACDC? I don't know about that.
I'm thinking Dokken.
Yeah, Jay brought up Southern Rock a couple of times. It's like the British heavy metal version of Southern Rock. I see that. I mean, I see what he's saying.
Well, you know, I always see a lot of a connection between the American South and England.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they kind of supported the South, like, during the beginning of the Civil War to try and
South's gonna rise again,
overthrow
baby.
the North, which was actually the core of the country. We see how that turned out.
Yeah. Okay, David Duke, what record did you play next?
Next, we played a little Porcupine Tree. This is in absentia. I think it's, I don't know what year this is. But, great album, and I love the cover. This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is like right in the middle of the area. Started getting a little more metal. I think Gavin Harrison's drumming.
You tell me about it.
20. Well, this reissue is 27. Definitely not 27.
Okay.
Good album.
Okay.
Good album.
You guys have 2 records you can talk about while I piss in my toilet.
All right.
You're gonna pee again?
Oh, I'm getting older. I'm an older gentleman, Steve.
So we told Nate to play something.
Actually, yeah, I chose the psychedelic sounds of the 13th floor elevators because I heard Rocky Erickson do I Walked with a Zombie on the radio on XM on the way here, and I wanted to hear this album. You got the first song, You're Gonna Miss Me. You're a fan of High Fidelity, and then the movie, and you're gonna know it definitely because it's the opening theme song. And Rocky Erickson had a bit of a.
What's the documentary about?
It's about him, and I think he had a bit of a bad acid trip.
Yeah.
Had some serious mental health issues for
Kinda
about
messed him up.
big time
Yeah.
for about 25 years, and he was living in Austin and didn't really know what was going on. Still making some music, but and then they got him on some medication, and
So he's
was
kind of
doing
like
better.
our Sid Barrett, but he's able to kind of keep it together.
Right.
In a weird way.
Yeah, a little bit, and they got him back, sort of, and he was out performing and touring, and he
He's got some
died.
great like solo material.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing stuff. Yeah, and he just died I want to say 3 or 4 years ago, just kind of recently.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a great record. I recently found a
It's hard to figure out which version of that you have because they're all on the have the same. They'll have the same stereo LP 1A, whatever the hell
yeah. All the
International.
reissues have the
International
same.
artist is IA LP1.
Right.
They all
All,
have the same
every
one.
single reissue.
Every one. So you don't know what you have.
Yeah. And that's like that looks to be the same pressing that I have.
Yeah, probably late 2000.
2012, 2013 probably. 180 gram,
It was probably 2011.
something like that.
Yeah, a little earlier, but yeah, for sure.
The last record we played was
Yeah.
well, it'll be part of my dig of the week, but Blue Oyster
Oh.
called Secret Treaty.
Yeah.
One of their first 3 albums. We played side 1, I believe.
That's their third album.
Yeah, the third one.
Yeah.
I don't think I have
Tyranny-
any Blue Oyster calls, which
Yeah.
is nuts.
Their first 3
I
are
love 'em.
really like heavy rock stuff, early 70s. Tyranny and Mutation, and
The first one's just called Blue Oyster Cult.
yep, 2 black and white albums, and then there's this one.
Cool,
And
black
they
and
don't
white, yeah.
they don't sound anything like the what they would become known for. Don't
Right.
Fear the Reaper, Godzilla, or anything like that. Burning for You.
Burn for You.
Yeah. These are more imagery, like fantasy
Flaming
imagery.
Telepath and Astronomy are killer tracks
Yeah,
on this
they're
album.
great. And I just got that recently, actually. Very cheap, and it's in good condition.
And to your credit, there's 2 members of the band on drums and bass named Bouchard.
Right.
Oh,
So-
okay. Now we know why you bought it.
Yes, yep. Albert Bouchard and Joe Bouchard. I might be in for some inheritance.
How's your uncles?
I don't know. Gonna have to do some digging through my family tree, see how the inheritance situation is. I'm gonna collect some royalties.
Whoa! I don't know. I just felt like putting that on.
Okay.
Can you hear me,
You hear the noise?
Dave?
Yeah. All the noise is back.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry.
I just
Oh, well.
PC thing.
The what?
PC.
You think?
Yeah, you just do a little, just a flush and cleaning to make sure your computer's
No, I don't, it's not a PC thing.
not.
No.
It
you think,
Spray it with the garden
You think
hose.
this PC is?
Because we've done all this.
Yeah. No. No.
We've
No.
done all this.
No. No. I disagree. Agree to disagree. All right. Let's get into dig of the week.
Dig of
Yeah.
the week.
Do the dig of the week.
Well,
So-
dig of the week. Do you have a hotkey for VCLT?
Oh, I've got some VCLT graphics. Boom!
All right.
But we can start, before we do that, before we get into records for VCLT, check this out now. Nobody comes on the program without getting an official Grown Man Record Night gift bag and or travel situation bag.
Oh wow. Okay.
This is a big one.
Wow. It is. Very nice.
You brought your wife with you, so I figured
Yep.
your bag needs to be a little bit bigger than other ones.
All right. There's
So
Bag for your wife.
Terrell's sour cream and onion potato chips.
yeah.
Terrell's. What's that from?
We may not have done these.
They're from they're from Syracuse, New York.
I know we may not have,
That's Terrell.
we may not have done these. Either way. We may have chips we have not have
We've
done.
done the voodoo. Definitely.
That is one of my. Okay, look, the voodoo chips from Zapp's,
Yes.
Zappo, or is it Zapp's?
Are
or-
they hot? Are they
No.
burn your?
No.
It's like a mix of
Barbecue.
barbecue and salt and vinegar mixed together.
That
it's-
sounds great.
I would say it's a top 3 chip I have ever done my entire life.
A Nollings kettle chip, kettle style voodoo
No.
potato.
It is
Nollings.
literally a top 3 chip for me forever. A forever chip.
All right.
Yeah.
And barbecue.
Another barbecue Terrell's.
All right. Very good. And I heard some clinking and clanking around.
We got some clinking and clanking, baby.
Reed's All Natural, 100% more ginger than original. Craft ginger beer.
A
Very
ginger
good.
beer.
Ginger beer.
Extra ginger.
Extra ginger.
That's an extra ginger deal. You got 2 of those. Got-
Rockstar. Jay's
Yeah.
signature.
Dropped you a couple of rock stars for the trip back home.
You know what? I have never in my life had a Rockstar. Yeah.
Wow.
It'll put it on your ass, baby.
Yeah.
That's 300
I-
milligrams.
It'll put it on your ass, baby.
Careful.
Yeah. So probably
Unless you're me, and then you
don't
drink one every day.
probably shouldn't take it after 6 p.m. or
Well, on a weekend, have
Depends
some
on what
fun
you
with
plan
it.
on doing it.
He doesn't drink, so
Depends on what you plan on doing at 11:30 at night.
Now here's what you got here. Boren Castle sauce. I've given this to everybody that came in here, I believe. This sauce is made in Greensboro, North Carolina, which is 15 minutes down the road.
Right.
Was a sauce you could find here all day long growing up. Went away, went bankrupt, default. Came back as like a craft sauce, which means it's like $9 more a bottle
Wow,
than
top
it
shelf.
But it's like it's kind
Oh,
of a
yeah?
mix between
Okay.
like Heinz 57 and A1
Yeah.
in that kind of genre. Oh, it's so good. It's a great sauce. That combination, you won't find that anywhere. You can probably get this where you're at.
Cheerwine? Yes.
Yeah.
I
but-
saw a sign driving up here.
Yeah.
Cheerwine Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I couldn't let anybody come. I wasn't going to do this, but I couldn't let any.
Salisbury.
It's from Salisbury, North Carolina. I could not let anybody come up without a Salisbury Cheerwine glass bottle, which has the cane sugar.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cane. That's straight.
You're
cane
not going to find that. I don't think I'm going to find that in
Okay.
my local
Yep.
groceria.
Okay, boom. I'll give you a little. This is the glass bottle Cheerwine with cane sugar in it. So good. It's cherry soda. Oh, this is North Carolina's finest right here, baby.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
I have had it.
Okay, hold up a second.
It's good stuff.
Hold up a second. Let me just get this right here. I don't like the amount of exposure that this camera has. I'm going to bring a little bit of this up. Boom. A little bit of that. A little bit of contrast. A little bit of that. Okay. Boom. Save it. All right. Now you can see me a little better, and that's what I like, because why else are we here? Drink Cheerwine. Look at that, baby. Pure cane sugar. That is the real deal right now. I'm telling you.
Very nice.
Boom,
Thank
boom.
you so much.
Yeah,
I
dude.
appreciate that.
Yeah, dude. You don't come up here for nothing.
Thank you.
What else is in? Is that everything in the bag?
I believe so.
You can take the bag.
Oh,
if you
hold
want
on.
to.
There's one more thing.
What else is in there?
Another can. Of
Another can. Oh, that's the
Rockstar.
marshmallow Rockstar.
Marshmallow natural flavors. X-Durance Performance Energy. 300 grams of caffeine.
Yeah, it's
It'll make your heart explode if you
it
drink it too
probably
fast.
will. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. Now, we have a soda speak coming up. I will say, I took one of those the ginger beers with
Yes.
the double ginger. Are you a ginger guy?
I like ginger.
Okay. I took one of those and nefariously stuck it into the cooler over here.
Okay.
Because we've not done that.
Right.
We could do that for a soda speak if you want. Steve has also brought something from where, Steve?
What?
Okay, Steve. You with us? You playing telephone? How's that Candy Crush game going
I'm
for
on the
you?
chat. I'm on the chat with
Okay.
Drew.
All right.
Guatemala.
Guatemala. So
Okay.
you could take that home with you and try it. We've not done
I
that.
say one of the chips is from Nashville. We could get
Not
on
the
that.
chips, the soda,
little-
the soda.
Oh, the soda. The
Soda.
soda's from somewhere.
Good answer, Steve.
Central
Jesus
America.
Christ.
Central
Why did I even waste my
America.
fucking time? Point is,
Central America.
you can take those home and do it for yourself. And we're going to do it for
Or
Soda
you can open
Speak.
what's behind door number 3.
We're going to do it for Soda Speak either tonight or some other time. It doesn't matter. Or we can do whatever Steve brought for Soda Speak. So, you think about it. It's your choice.
The last of my Central American sodas.
Okay, so we can do that too. And you can take that home and we can do it, whatever. And you can drink it before we even do it on Soda Speak. Blonde is still the best. We didn't even drink this, Steve. How the fuck do you know?
What?
I see you on the
I can
chat.
tell you now.
I would probably say that too because I'm a Dylan guy. But don't be telling me. Don't be telling stuff.
I don't know.
You
I don't
telling
know.
stuff. We ain't tried it.
I don't know.
We ain't telling people stuff. All right.
Okay.
We're still in Dig of the Week.
All right. I brought something for you.
Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa.
So something.
Whoa, whoa.
And Shane Rocky
Yeah.
had showed this on YouTube, or I'm sorry, on Facebook once, and I saw the cover and I was like, this has Grown Man Record Night written all over it.
Oh, yeah.
It's on CTI.
Oh, my God. Looky here, baby. Shane, are you watching, baby? The mod. Look at that. The baddest Turrentine. Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that
it's
picture.
a comp, and it's really good, yeah.
It's a comp?
Yeah.
Wow, that's slick, baby.
Nice picture.
Yeah. Bill's Box of Sound just did a video, and he pulled out the Bill Bailey Quintet, 2 Feet in the Gutter. And on the back cover, I'll say that is what the Grown Man Record Night mantra for jazz records is based off of, is that record.
Okay.
African American guy smoking a cigarette, black and white picture. You buy it. You don't know the guy? I've never heard this. You buy it. But yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. I've never seen that.
These next two, you've been telling me that you've been looking for them, kind of.
Yeah.
Or you had seen them and you hadn't picked them up, or you'd
Okay.
seen one of them and you hadn't picked them up.
Okay.
Little Dinosaur Jr.
Oh, no! Dude, I was talking about this one specifically
Farm.
today.
That one came out in 2012,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
And the other one came out 2 years ago.
That one I don't know. I've never listened to this.
I've listened to it. I just listened to it this week, and I've listened to it a couple times. It's good, but Farm is really good.
Farm is. I've streamed this a shit ton.
Yeah.
And went back to Underdog to pick this up
Yeah.
because it was fairly cheap for a new record,
And it was gone.
and it was gone.
Yeah.
Twice I've went in and I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. And it's gone.
If you can get your hands on Bug. That's like
Man.
a seminal one.
Dude, I was literally
I saw them-
before you got here. Steve was on, not literally just talking about this record, that specific record. Let me pull the other camera over. Boom, Dinosaur Jr. Farm. And what's this one called?
Give them a glimpse of what you got, or give them a glimpse of what.
Is that the front or the
No,
back?
That's the back.
That's the back.
Whoa. Give them a glimpse of what.
Whoa, dude! I don't have any. I've been vibing on this so hard for so long to not have any vinyl. That is fucking, dude. You're the man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Steve just got. Which one did you just get, Steve?
Okay.
The first one?
Yeah, that's really raw.
Yeah. And the second one, I think it was.
Was that on a Sub Pop? Or no, not Merge.
Me and
Now, the one I have,
man.
just a Dinosaur Jr., but I think at the time of it,
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
And,
The one right after that, I think, me and Jay were streaming that one night, just playing some games in the other room. And I was like, who do you think this is, dude? And he's like, I don't know. I think maybe he just asked, who is this? And someone was like, dude, this is Dinosaur Jr. It was like 1987, 88, 89. What, I mean, like, early. Like, he was like, really? I'm like, yes. That's what I'm saying, man. That's, it's so cool, man. That's awesome.
And I got one because a couple of weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago on the show, you said you had heard this album and you really liked it. And you were like, why do I not have this on vinyl?
Oh.
And I so had a copy of it. And
Oh, no! Are you serious?
yeah.
Wow! Holy
It's
cow!
a reissue. It's not an original, but it sounds
Yeah,
great.
dude. Holy cow! Wow!
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. This was one of my short list
I
for.
must have had my copy over here. And, Jones one.
This is my one of my short list records. Was this John Coltrane, Don Cherry, the Avant Garde? We talked about it. It was just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I think so.
Literally a couple of weeks ago, because a brand new reissue just came out.
Yeah, that one is from 2010.
Wow, dude! Holy cow! That is bonkers. I've streamed. That is such a great. Dude, you're the man.
We're gonna have to play that at the end of the
We'll play it.
That'd be
Holy
cool.
cow! Well, let's get into it. We got a stack for you over here now.
All right.
Some of these you may have, some of these you may not have. I don't know. I don't know nothing.
All right.
I don't know nothing.
All right.
Steve pulled out Chase Enigma.
Yeah, horns. They're really a horn-driven band, right?
Yeah,
They sound a lot like early Chicago.
yeah.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears,
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
A little, I would say a little funkier.
Yeah,
you
kind
know?
of funky.
Yeah, a little funkier.
Instrumental though, right? Familiar with this one?
Yeah. Do you have Push Push?
I do.
Okay.
That was one of the first records I got. An old coworker I had of mine. I got in contact with him, and this was right when I had first started getting back into vinyl.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Man, I got about 150 records here. You can just have them." And I traded him a bunch of CDs for him, and in there was some Beatles and some great '80s metal and hard rock and stuff like that. And also one of those was Push Push.
I didn't realize. Like, I don't think mine is this die cut cover.
I want to say mine is.
Steve and Jay
You know
both
that-
said theirs is. But
I think, I'm not sure, but I think Dwayne Allman is on this album.
really?
Yeah. Yes, Dwayne Allman and Cornell Dupree play guitars. And Bernard Purdy plays drums.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a hell of a lot.
yeah, this is an amazing record.
Yeah.
I mean, this is. You know that he made a.
But it's our favorite cover of all
Oh,
this
yeah.
is
Oh,
this is a staple. This is a VC staple.
I'd climb up on him with my clothes off. No problem.
You'd fall down because he's so greasy. Though.
No, yeah, I would fall down. No problem.
Slide right off his
This was a
blue.
double for me. I
Is
picked
this
up.
Is this a double for you or?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Wow.
it's a double for Steve.
Okay.
You got this one?
I do not. No.
This was a double for me. I picked it up. Kind of been holding it for somebody.
Wow.
Mandrill, which is one of the best kind of funk rock outfits
Yeah.
coming out of the 70s.
Super funky.
Man, so seminal and just crazy, just badass records. And nothing says Grown Man Record Night like a record like this, man.
And a big giant. What is that? A baboon?
Baboon?
I don't know.
I think.
Is that an orangutan?
Orangutan, baboon? I don't know.
It's a baboon.
It's racist, Steve. I don't. Now here, do you have this one?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You do have this
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Well, this was in. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. We got a bag. Our top shot on the show, Aaron Griffin.
Yeah.
We're creating a bag. He just got a turntable Christmas.
Oh man.
So anything that's like doubles or whatever,
Yeah.
we just kind of fold it into a bag.
Right
So
on.
no sweat. We just fold it
That's
on
a
over.
great album.
Yeah.
I mean, that was.
We fold it on
That's
over.
a super group right
pass
there.
it on.
That's-
Yeah.
it's-
The Firm.
They didn't last very long, but
No.
You Lost That Loving Feeling, Radioactive. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty active on the radio.
Now here's a couple we picked up. No, wait. See what.
Pretty, yeah, you can put that in there.
Now this one, I will say, okay, here's the deal. I picked this up. This was a $1 record. And I'm like, oh shit, I can't believe this is a $1 record. Talking about a Grown Man Record Night record. Holy fucking balls. And I picked it up and I was kind of jamming through these, a bunch of these, I picked up like 14 of these $1 records from a record store.
Oh wow.
And last week I'm kind of bumping through them. This one I'm like, oh man, it plays great, sounds great, but it's got a
yeah.
like a warpy guy.
Yeah.
But it plays through it.
But
and
it doesn't. Yeah.
sounds great. But I'm like, this is such a record. I've got to give this away. It's Bertha's.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boss
Now-
Man.
Yeah, Boss Man. Yeah. Okay. Now look, here was my idea. I was like, because I was just going to give this to you because it's a big fucking great record
Yeah.
or whatever. But it is warped.
Yep.
I tried to flatten it out with some glass this week.
Yeah.
Probably helped it a little bit, but it's still warpy.
Okay.
It's not like a pristine record or nothing.
Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah. So I was like, so instead of that, we'll let's all this take a Sharpie and we'll all sign this.
Oh, right on.
And Steve and Jay were like, oh no, we don't. You'll sign a record, fucking megalomaniac. And I was like, okay, well then I'll just give him the record and then we'll give
Very
him the
nice.
record. But But it's it doesn't skip. There's nothing wrong with it other than it's a little warpy.
The Bertha Butt Boogie.
But I saw that it was a buck, and I'm like, dude, there's no way in hell I'm not giving that away. Like, put that in the frame, put it up somewhere, or play it.
Yeah.
You got a fucking beater needle, play it. It plays fine.
Yeah.
It definitely plays fine. But you can see the needle doing this.
Yeah.
But mine tracks like a fucking dog on it.
I got a copy of Lou Reed's Berlin recently, and it's like a fucking bowl.
Yeah.
But it still sounds good.
Yeah, that's how this one is.
No scratches or anything.
That's how this one is.
I was pissed when I saw it. I paid a decent amount for it, and I was pissed when I saw how warped it was. But it sounds good. So
This is one of those when I got back and was like, oh, this is why it's $1. It was warped, and I didn't like pay attention or whatever. These are two Grown Man Record Night staples that we felt like we had to get you.
all right.
The Brecker Brothers.
Ooh.
Heavy Metal Bebop.
Okay.
Dude, this is a killer record. The Brecker Brothers. This is Grown Man Record Night City.
Nice.
And this is a clean, legit. Even the sticker from Underdog on the front. I ripped the price off, but it was to say like.
Who's your favorite record? I'm Boris.
Okay. Boris Brecker.
Boris the
Jay?
Spider
The
Brecker.
cool thing about Underdog now,
Take a lap.
these labels he has on here,
Yes.
this takes you directly to the Discogs reissue.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
if you
wild.
QR code.
No
it.
kidding.
That's why you don't take those stickers off anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll pull the price, but just the price off of it. But what does he say on it? Like it's like super clean or something like that.
Very clean and glossy copy.
Yeah, that's. I mean, in funk records, it's a fun. Man, it's really good. And the one I held and I had the fiance go get because it's a Grown Man Record Night, absolute staple from the early days. And you're an early days kind of guy.
Yeah.
This is probably a better copy than what I have, to be honest with you. It's Eddie Harris's Live at Newport.
Whoa.
This is a
Promo copy.
promo copy of Eddie Harris's Live at Newport, which has the children's song on it.
Okay.
One of the most bonkers songs ever. And I don't really see this around very much. It's not rare or worth like a shit ton of money.
Right. So Eddie Harris is fantastic.
Eddie Harris is fantastic. I will say my copy doesn't have the promo copy sticker on it.
Right.
My copy has a Kmart sticker on it.
That's almost better. Though.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
But you can have this one.
Very nice.
It's
Very cool.
Dude, it's a jammin' ass record. It's very underrated.
Oh,
and
thank
the
you.
children's song that's like a top 5 Grown Man Record Night song ever of history. That first song, and a lot of people really don't know that song. It's weird. It's so weird.
Cool.
Yeah, that's
1971.
yeah, dude. It's
Thank you.
such a weird record, man,
Yeah.
and you'll enjoy it. Keep it forever.
I will definitely do that.
Steve, are you going to show any records, or you want to save them? We're at 137. We're not crazy.
I can save them.
You going to save them?
We're going crazy.
We get crazy it.
4-hour
It don't
show.
matter. 4-hour show. 4-hour show. Who wants to see one of my pectoral muscles? I didn't think so. Steve, records? No.
I've got 5 of them here.
5 records.
You gonna do some?
What do you think?
Whatever you want to do, Steve. It's your show. I'm just operating the buttons. I'm just going. Zep Pearl says the night is young. I like the way this motherfucker thinks right here. Zep
right.
Pearl. Dude. I like the cut of your jib, baby.
Um,
Steve, get a grip.
A few weeks ago, I picked up
Let's go Steve Cam.
Tommy Boland's Teaser,
Let's go Steve
which
Cam.
I think either you or Jay has. I've got it up here.
I've got it.
You don't need it.
I got
I'm
you
not
all
going
day.
to do this. I'm going to do this. This is easier for me. You have this record?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I have it now.
Eddie Van Halen.
Tommy Bolin,
Lickety
killer,
split.
Totally looks like it.
killer
Lickety
guitar
split.
player.
Lickety split.
How about a little Grandmaster Flash?
Oh, whoa,
Furious
whoa, whoa, whoa.
5 Greatest Messages with an
Nice.
apostrophe for some weird reason.
I think I have
Like a plural with an
Found
apostrophe.
that now.
Why
That's a good- I don't have
has
that
an
one.
apostrophe,
that
I
now.
do not
Antique
know.
shop or something?
It does have the message on it, of course, which is why I bought it.
One of the great early rap.
It also has Scorpio on it. I don't know that I've heard his version of Scorpio. But
Yeah, I don't have that one. Love some early hip hop.
a little Herbie Hancock.
Oh, your wife says, does anyone have copies of Blue October they want to get rid of?
This is called
Blue October, what is that?
She's all over Blue October. They're kind of an alternative.
This is called Feats Don't Fail Me Now. Herbie Hancock. It's very funky. From what year was
I don't
this?
have that one. I've
No.
never seen that. You know that one, Nate?
No, I have not. Is that prior to Future Shock or Aftershock?
It's
Or,
somewhere right around that, maybe right after Headhunters.
okay.
Look at your monitor now. All
I
right.
see it. I see it.
Okay. Let's do a better job of it.
No, it's not 80s Herbie Hancock.
Herbie Hancock is in that Miles Davis
Mm.
documentary featured.
Here's a band I've never heard of before. I was in Chapel Hill this past weekend, and I stopped at School Kids. Very disappointed with most of what I found in there.
Fuck school kids.
But I've got a record from a band called Rustics,
Nice.
which was a band out of Rochester, New York in the 70s. Kind of a blues rock band. This album's their this is their sophomore album called Come On People.
Nice.
And it's pretty cool.
What's
Heard
Eileen?
a little bit
Eileen
of
think about that? Not everybody, just Eileen. All right. All right.
it. It's
Aaron Griffin.
it's on it's on Rare Earth Records.
NXT in April.
Wow, okay.
Coming to Greensway. Bought his tickets today. Okay.
So have you listened to
Aaron Griffin did.
A little bit of it. Yeah.
It's kind of funky.
It's kind of funky bluesy. Yeah,
Okay.
it's got that kind of vibe going. Okay, last but not least, picked this up at Ed McKay a couple weeks ago.
Bringing your
It's-
graphic. I updated it, Aaron, because you bumped it up last week. I updated it.
This is a guy named Graham Bond.
Okay. Aaron says he saw Blue October with Alice in Chains in Winston about 2005. Wow.
Okay, what's interesting
Wow, that
about
is-
Graham Bond? This album is from the early '60s. Here's who plays on it with Graham Bond:
Okay.
Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, Dick Henstall-Smith,
Whoa.
John Heisman,
Come on.
and John McLaughlin.
Holy
Whoa.
shit!
Wow, wow, wow,
It's
wow.
a jazz album from the early
Wow.
'60s with Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, and John McLaughlin on it.
That's amazing.
And this dude named Graham Bond.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. So that's
So
I
like-
played on this record called Richard Head. I don't know if you. I was backup on this Richard Head album.
So I think this is one of those
Not as
albums
funny
that
as I wanted it to be.
cream collectors kind of would be interested
Yeah,
in.
definitely.
You got anything for Dig of the Week?
I
What
got-
else you got? You
I
got
got
this
some
one. This one came in Dig of the Week.
I got some stuff.
Pull that one out first because it was actually we played
yeah, we
this one.
actually what we played this week. Mata Hoople on all the Dudes. We played side one. Sweet Jane and all the Dudes.
Don't know much about Mata
Um,
Hoople, but this was cool. This was a good record.
Ian Hunter.
Yes. And on side two there is a song called "Ready for Love."
Oh,
And the
Hey, Jay.
the writer of that song,
Grab that
can't
first
remember
record.
his name,
the stack on the top.
went along to
Other
join a
side.
band called
No.
Bad Company,
Boom,
and
right
they
there.
also did "Ready for Love."
Mick Rouse.
Nick Rouse, I believe so.
He
And
wrote this. This is the same song, right?
Yeah, it's the same song. Ready for
Do
Love.
you have this, Nate?
Yeah. No, but I have the one that you showed a
Yeah, I
couple.
saw you had the one.
Yeah, yeah.
You want that
You
one?
picked it up in London, didn't you?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Oops.
Slam!
Well, maybe not now.
Take it!
No, yeah. Yeah,
There's another one
it's a
for you.
great
now.
album, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Sex and
like
drugs and rock and roll is all I ever need.
That's that was another dollar pickup from Underdog right there.
Indery and the Blockheads. These two now I found at the 50% off Barnes and Noble.
Oh, this is on
sale.
my short list, baby.
Eric Dolphy
Man,
Out to Lunch.
holy shit.
That's fantastic. It's got Freddie Hubbard, Eric Dolphy on alto sax, flute,
That's like a.
Bobby Hutcherson, Richard Davis on bass, and Anthony Williams on drums.
This is an absolute who's who of like.
Yeah.
I don't know what jazz is.
It's very free.
Yeah. I don't know what jazz is. Can somebody show me what jazz is?
It's a little
record.
out there, but
Yeah.
I mean,
So am
it's
I,
not
baby.
bad. Yeah, I'm kind of. I also found this 50% off Barnes and Noble.
Wow.
Love's first album, the Rhino reissue, 1967 Summer of Love series. It's got My Little Red Book, and Can't Explain. It's yeah, it's really good. I found this in Florida. These, let's see. Yeah.
I don't know this one. I looked at this early.
Shocking Blue.
Shocking
They did a
Blue.
song called
You got this?
Venus.
Venus.
Really?
I'm your Venus.
Yeah.
I'm your fire. Your
Who covered that in the
Bananarama.
80s? Bananarama. Okay.
Bananarama did that.
Okay.
Yeah. And they also
That's
have a
the
song
original.
called.
They wrote that?
Yes.
Okay.
They're a
They're
Dutch.
like a Swedish Dutch
Dutch.
band that was like trying to do the whole Jefferson Airplane thing.
Yeah.
taking advantage of Grace
But just
Slick,
with
Yeah.
wooden
the
shoes and
sexy
shit?
girl, the sexy singer. Good
Yeah.
band though.
Great voice too.
Yeah. Oh,
They
yeah.
also did a song called "Send Me a Postcard," which I first heard done by someone named Amy Gore, Amy Gore and the Valentine.
April J.
And they did a little tune called "Love Buzz."
Really?
They did the original "Love Buzz."
That's where they got that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious.
That's not a Nirvana
That's on,
song.
That's on Bleach.
On Nirvana.
Yeah.
That's where that came
Yeah,
from?
man.
I
Yeah.
never knew that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious. That's actually kind of a comp, I think, because
Love Buzz is on here.
yeah.
Dude,
And send me a postcard.
me, Jay, and Carl's first band, Pork Chop,
Yeah.
covered Love Buzz.
Oh wow.
With Carl doing the. Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Wow, I never knew
I
that.
also found a 70s. issue
Come on now.
Columbia special product.
Woo! Get out of here with
Thelonious
this noise
Monk
now.
Quartet, Monk's Dream. That's fucking amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great find right there.
Somebody's got to do a documentary on Thelonious Monk.
That's a tall order.
Yeah.
Is he the one from North Carolina, or am I thinking of?
They're all from North Carolina.
I heard an interview with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a huge, huge jazz record collector.
One of them from California.
And
One's Thelonious. Who's the other guy I'm thinking
What do you mean, one of them? What's that
of? Jazz
mean?
musician.
Okay. What do you mean? What do you mean by jazz musician?
Intense jazz musician.
Okay. I'm uncomfortable with this conversation.
and
God damn it.
David Duke strikes again. Here we go.
all over on that left coast. This last one, I'm not really a Clapton guy,
Yeah.
but this album has a lot of memories for me from when it came out in 89, 90.
Oh, okay.
It's a German pressing of Journeyman. It's got
Oh, yeah.
Pretending,
I don't have
Bad
this
Love, Running on Faith, No Alibis, Before You Accuse Me. Yeah, and there's not a whole hell of a lot of information on it. Actually,
Thelonious Monk. God damn it.
Phil Collins plays on here.
What?
Shaka Khan.
Steve just exclaimed felonious monk, goddammit, for some reason.
He's from North Carolina.
Yeah, Rocky Mount, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. You said there's another one. Yeah, but there's another one.
There's another musician.
That's not from North Carolina. That's what you said. You said there's another one that's not from North Carolina. Like, that's all of them.
I totally missed that conversation too.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, he's from Rocky Mount. That's actually where Les McCann, I think, is from Rocky Mount. Or close to there. You got Coltrane, who's born in Hamlet, who moved to High Point. A lot of jazz musicians from North Carolina, like a ridiculous amount. It's like, but anyway, that's cool though. I've not really listened to that one.
Yeah, this is a good one. Did you ready, man? Yeah.
That's it?
That's it. That's all she wrote. Isn't it?
Boom! Hotkey. I tell you what, we're gonna take us a quick commercial break and come back with a soda speaking chip chat.
Period video, maybe.
We could do some period. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing some period video, but you know, I'm not opposed to doing. Let me see some. If you folks in the chat want to see the period video, let me see some hype in the chat for the period video.
Piece.
But I'm not going to play it unless I see some hype in the chat. So let me see some hype in the chat for the period video. Right now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back with a soda speaking chip chat here on an all new live episode of Grown Man Record Night.
Is talking on the phone getting out of hand? Look out! You need Phone Relief, the amazing new hands-free phone sensation that's sweeping the nation. Is that phone in the neck giving you a giant pain in the neck? Then you need Phone Relief. Watch. Simply attach the special double back fastener to any phone. Then attach the Phone Relief headset. It's that easy. Hands-free, pain-free, there's never been anything like it. It fits so securely to your phone, your hands are free to do virtually anything. Yet the padded headset removes this easily, and it's fully adjustable. It works on any phone, even remotes. You can use it anywhere, anytime, indoors or outdoors. It's absolutely phone-nominal. Interrupted again, your work will never get done. But with Phone Relief, you'll be amazed at how much more you can get done in a day. Look, office work is a juggling act for poor Mr. Bumble, but you won't miss a beat with your hands-free headset. A must for the entire office. Work will go quicker and easier with Phone Relief. Look, this hands-free earphone costs almost $200, and you have to stick it in your ear. But Phone Relief works with your favorite phone. You won't believe you ever lived without it. It's the ultimate in hands-free phone design. The amazing breakthrough product you'll use every day. Now only $12.95. But we urge you to call now. Due to the incredible demand, our operators are giving away additional units at tremendous discounts on all of today's orders. Look again at how easy it is to go hands-free with the amazing Phone Relief. An outstanding value at just $12.95. Does it make any sense to talk like this when finally there's an easy way to go hands-free with Phone Relief? Call toll-free to order by credit card and make this your last phone of the neck call.
Credit card users call toll-free 1-800-257-1234. Sorry, no CODs. Call 1-800-257-1234. Or send check or money order for just $12.95 plus $3.50 shipping and handling to Phone Relief, P.O. Box 2889, Atlanta, Georgia 30301. Credit card users call now. 1-800-257-1234.
I got this last-minute call to work the 7 a.m. flight, and wouldn't you know it, everything went wrong. I was even out of my antiperspirant. But am I worried? Because I use Mitchum Roll-On. Mitchum is so effective, I could even skip a day. I mean, you may never have to, but it's nice to know Mitchum's so effective.
Mitchum, used as directed, Mitchum is so effective, you can even skip a day.
There's a great new taste you can't put down. Conn's Corn Dogs, they just hit town. Hey, Mom, we want Conn's Corn Dogs. Corn Dogs. Conn's hot dogs and cornbread, heat and eat. It's a meal on a stick that can't be beat. Hey, Mom, we want Conn's Corn Dogs. Corn Dogs. Get them at your store in the hot dog section. Conn's Corn Dogs are pure perfection. Hey, Mom, we want Conn's Corn Dogs. Corn Dogs.
Fearing Cobra Commander no longer has the ability to lead, Destro and Dr. Mindbender comb the tombs of the most evil leaders in history, and from their genetic tissues produce a composite clone, the ultimate Cobra Emperor, Serpentor. Introducing Serpentor, the ultimate Cobra Emperor.
Serpentor, the most evil foe of G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe. Cobra!
Cobra Emperor comes with air chariot.
Go, Joe!
Boom! We're back. We're back with it.
That phone relief commercial.
Yeah, phone
had
relief.
a phone number, 1-800-257-1234.
Call it up.
And that was every commercial on TBS back in the day.
Yeah.
TBS Superstation had that number. And I got it dialed up right here.
Put on speaker. Let's see what we got.
It went to Ted Turner's office.
Oh.
That's what happens when I call that payphone.
I wonder when that number went out.
You know, I was trying to get tonight. I was like, "Oh, Nate's coming on the show, so maybe we should try to reach back out to I forgot her name, Jean Smart."
Oh yeah,
yeah,
from Designing Women.
Yeah, if you look at the Grown Man Record Night Facebook page, there's 3 things that is liked from that page. It's Popoff, Mitchum, and Jean Smart. And she's never. She was supposed to do a Steve. She was supposed to do a call-in with us, and we're drinking to Jean Smart. Actually, let's specifically drink to her vagina. I'm sorry, that's a little too far. Too far?
How old is this vodka?
How old is her vagina?
How old is her?
All right, there we go. Skull. I would say Meshack Taylor.
Oh.
Oh no.
Drink the Meshack Taylor?
His vagina.
How old is his vagina?
All right. What's going on? What's going? Aaron says, "I hope it routes to casket huffer." Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But we did. Whoa, whoa, boom! The wrong one. Boom. So to speak. Now, there's a chance for so to speak. We could do the. Ginger beer, or Steve brought something from Central America. I've pejoratively referred to a lot of this stuff from South America. It's actually Central America.
No, I bought it at Central at Compare Foods.
Okay, I made their commercials. I'm
It's,
actually I'm the voice of their commercials.
It's a soda from El Salvador called
El Salvador.
Cola Champagne. I don't know what that means.
The champagne of cola.
Champagne. It's champagne called. Yeah. Damn, Jay, you're
Damn, what?
He's a
What
big
is-
Get on the mic, Jay.
Hold on. Say it again, Jay.
La Cascada.
Wait a minute. What does it say, Jay?
The champagne of colas.
What is?
Cola Champagne.
The stuff we're getting ready to drink.
Champagne of colas?
Cola Champagne.
What do you some
Pretty obvious.
Latin
When you put it that way, yeah, you're right. So hey, we have like a cola, but it might be like a vanilla. Are we going to carl this because of coronavirus?
Coronavirus? Yeah.
We can pull.
I'm going to say
It looks like cream soda, like an orange cream soda or something. Steve, drop some toothpicks in there if you wouldn't mind, before we get all the way over here.
It's got that cream soda. Well, it's like that red cream soda without the red. Remember red cream soda?
I do. I threw up that for 2 days.
Yeah.
Food poisoning.
Right.
Yep.
That's what like cheap cream soda has. That's what it tastes like.
No, the bubble gum flavor.
The bubblegum flavor.
Would you taste that?
Yeah.
That's guarana.
Is that guarana?
Yeah.
Well, that'll keep you up for 8 hours.
Yeah.
I mean,
That is a. If you look, I guarantee
isn't
you.
that in
No, it's just
Monster?
Yeah, it's
carbonated water, high
Guara-
fructose corn syrup.
Guarana's not in
No, it doesn't say it. But that's that. If you those South American stuff that we got before, that's what those always are. It tastes like bubble gum, but it's always guarana.
Yeah.
It tastes like bubble yum.
It's not the best soda we've had from Central America.
I would not buy it.
I would not buy it, but that tastes like a bubblegum soda.
Yeah. And I'm not a fan of bubblegum flavor.
No, like, I wouldn't even say bubblegum. This tastes like bubble yum soda. Or, what's the baseball?
Bazooka?
Hubba Bubba?
Bazooka?
No, in the,
Big
no,
League Chew.
no, that they have in the dugout.
Hubba Bubba. Oh.
Double bubble. Double bubble. This tastes like double bubble.
Crucial.
What'd you say?
I'm glad we cleared that up.
Did Racist Jay just show up? No? Okay. I thought Racist Jay just said something. It's not bad. It's unique. And I like unique. At this point in the soda game, I like unique. I at least appreciate unique. At least it gives us something to talk about. And if you're like, oh yeah, this tastes just like Mountain Dew, then there's nothing to talk about. This at least gives us something to talk about, whether it's bad, good, or otherwise. If everything tastes like everything else, then there's nothing to talk about. Fair enough. Aaron says it looks like the Pine Sol, the Dollar Tree version of Pine Sol.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Tastes a little like it.
Sort of.
See if
Sort
you can
of.
wash the floors with it.
Boom! Hotkey. Chip chat. Now, as we get into a little chip chat conversation, Steve has brought something else from. Where is this from?
I brought a couple of things.
A
but I
couple of
thought
things.
Because that one was so small, we needed to do a couple. So here, yeah, this actually I did bring from Guatemala. And it was it's a Frito-Lay product, but
Get in the light now. Back it up. Get in the light. Too far.
Yeah, it's a different logo. It's their it's their Hispanic logo. It's like their little. They have a little funny faced character on the Frito-Lay.
Squirt gum.
Funny face Mexican.
Okay.
This is
Whoa, Steve's just busting it out tonight.
Grujitos, queso y chile.
Oh shit.
So this is like a corn snack that's twisted with some kind of
Wall around it,
pepper
Steve?
flavor.
Some kind of wall around it?
Queso and chile.
No wall? I feel like there's a wall
No, it's
built
like,
around it.
It's like didn't Fritos have a twist?
Oh, the corkscrew. Yeah.
I remember those spirals.
Spiral,
Yeah.
thank you. So yeah, try that.
And where are these from?
These are from I bought them in Guatemala. I'm not sure where they're actually from.
Okay. Oh, big twist. Let me go to the camera 2 here. Just to give these a little, give them their due in court.
It's a little different.
It's got that onion ring.
What's that flavor?
What do they look like?
It's not really like
Big twist. They're
like we're
big.
used to chili
very
cheese,
mild,
Fritos, but
very mild Doritos.
very mild.
Yeah.
Very mild.
It doesn't have the cheesy flavor of a Dorito.
Not a lot of chip to that. I mean, not a lot of flavor to that.
Not a lot of flavor.
Very puffy. For a, if you go back, if you notice like the corkscrew chili cheese Fritos or whatever, those were very tight.
They're dense.
They were very tight
Yeah.
and dense.
Yeah.
They were tight and dense and had a lot of flavor to them. Now, the camera's on me because nobody can see that, Steve. It's all on this camera right now.
Good to know.
But if you know, those Fritos were they're tight and dense, had a lot of flavor. On
I
the
remember those.
smaller ones,
I remember
had a lot of flavor on them. These are bigger and puffier with not as much flavor. Take that for what it is. They're good.
Por su forma única, gran sabor a queso y chile.
But I will say, in response to Chip Chat, My mom called me this afternoon. She said, "You got some people coming from out of town, right?" I was like, "I do." She's like, "Would you like to come by and pick up a cheese ball?" It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. The cheese bowl, the King's cheese bowl, and I was like, I really would like to do that. And actually, whoa, whoa, get out of there! I got, there's a period video. Oh, I forgot to play that, I'm sorry. King, boom, boom! There it is. There's the original recipe right there. That is sitting in there that we've been munching on all night with some crackers. The best cheese ball you will ever have. Don't get it mistaken. There's no argument. Well, what if you added a little bit? No, fuck right on off. No. This is the cheese ball. Right here, right now.
Right on one of these.
Oh, Steve says try it on one of these. This is one on one of those puffy guys. I'm telling you. That's the best cheese ball ever made. If you want the recipe. Yeah, it's endorsed by, dude, it's Richard Petty's wife's recipe.
Oh, you said it was his mom.
His wife.
Oh, okay.
And we've been making it here on the show for, goddamn, 7 years. Get that recipe. It is so good. It's the best cheese ball ever. Anyway, what else we got to talk about?
His wife is his mom.
Steve, come on. Bro, you're better than that.
I'm my own grandpa.
Do you sprinkle a bit of mustache hair on top? Yes, of course, Aaron. What are we talking about here? I mean, not necessarily mine, but some of the people that I have defeated.
What were you saying about mustaches earlier today?
Jay, no. let's not get into. You say you have another chip, Steve? Oh, that's it.
I brought those chips from the Nashville trip. We don't have to do them.
What? Tornadoes?
I don't.
For tornadoes?
Jay. Yeah. All right. Jay's making tornado jokes, and I'm putting him on camera. If you're gonna make tornado jokes, you're gonna be right on camera.
Let's do them.
People lost their lives. People lost their lives.
Right, so
Roger Coleman lives up there.
Coming back from Nashville, I think this is also from, what was the chip we had? The store, the race sponsors it.
Food City?
Food City. I think this is a Food City, one of their hoity-toity brands of Food City called Food Club. Crunchy cheese curls. So these are crunchy cheese curls, which growing up, every day in my lunch, I would have a bologna sandwich, an orange, and a bag. My mom would put Cheetos in a little bag for me because this is my favorite snack.
You know, this past week was the Fritos Day or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Cheetos.
Yeah. Not Fritos. Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Yeah.
Oh, they're true Cheetos.
Yeah, no.
I was thinking cheese puffs.
They're not true Cheetos. I mean, that's a brand name. Don't brandalize.
I'm not a Puffs fan.
You're not a Puffs fan?
I like them crunchy.
I prefer Puffs over crunchy.
But I'll be honest, these are puffier than crunchy. They're also old.
We're all old.
I think these are stale.
Okay.
Maybe that's how they are.
So am I.
But
yeah, they're kind of stale.
Like December 20th. We're trying to get caught up because we've got so many chips. It's hard to get them all in here within. But most of the chips I brought that are past date still tasted good.
No.
These don't. These taste kind of weird.
These are not bad, but they may taste a little out of date. You know? Maybe we crunch these all up into that cheese ball and just let it be done. Let God work His will.
Wow.
He kind of already worked his will in Nashville, didn't he?
Sorry.
Too late. Okay. Any old business? Any new business?
Robert's Rules of Order.
I think we've had a record night program. A good record night program. Had some good VCLT, some good fellowship, some good times. We talked about some new records, some old records. Woo! Feeling it. We did it all right tonight. Sometimes we miss the mark. I think tonight we were dead on the mark. I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's a goddamn thing we fucked up tonight. Everything tonight was just perfect.
Yes.
Everything was just spot on the mark. And that's what we're aiming for. Records, fellowship, sodas, chips. I think everything was right tonight. It was right on point, Steve.
Audio's a little lame.
Yeah, Steve seems dismissive about it. I don't care for that. But I think we're on it. I think we're on it. Audio may have gotten a little wonky, but that's okay. We'll fix it. Crunch them up and use them to run your rim your shot glasses. Oh, that's a good idea, Aaron. Crunch them up, do a little shot glass with a little something. Oh my God, man! I would do. I'm not going to do that tonight. That's a good idea, but if I do that tonight, that's got rape written all over it, and I don't want to rape. One thing I'm not a big fan of rape. We just busted. If we get all down to it, I'm not a big fan of rape, so we're not going to do that. But good times, dude. Thanks for coming all the way up.
Man.
For fucking
Thank you for having me.
states over and whatever, man. That's fucking crazy.
Time. Good time.
And hope everybody has a good week and an even better weekend. Keep up with us on our socials. Boom. Hotkeying it over. And hope you join us for another episode next week. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. We're going to do something else next week here on another Grown Man Record Night. Switch over to the Twitch graphic. I'm sorry, not Twitch graphic. The Twitch program. We're going to play some more records. So come over here and hang out with us. We're going to play some records. Drop us a follow. Click the little heart icon at the top right on Twitch and drop us a follow. We're going to play some more records over there and hang out for a little bit. Because it's a good... signing off from Chicago. Vance, come on, man. Love you, bro. Thanks, Mervin. Appreciate you guys. We're going to play some more records over here on Twitch, though. You guys don't go away. Come over here on Twitch. Come on. Come on now. All right, I'll show you some titty balls. You want to see some, or how about some butthole pictures? You guys want to see some butthole pictures? Boom, here we go. Butthole City. Coming back over to Twitch here in just a second. Butthole City, baby.